Hello again. This is your friendly hood collector here, and you can follow me at your hood collector, the hood collector on IG and Instagram both. It's just the hood collector. And I follow a lot of different comic book stuff and different action figure things and different comic book action figure movie type things on IG and Twitter. Today we have a figure. It's not a new figure. It's actually an older figure. It is the Poison Ivy Bombshell from the Bombshell series. It actually was a series they did where by Aunt Lucia that basically dealt with the female characters from the DC universe that they basically were like painted up like kind of girls from maybe the 50s, 60s, and 60s, 50s, and 60s mainly. And as you can see, Poison Ivy, she kind of has that Betty Page kind of look to her. With the garter, with the underwear, the bra, she got the tattoos. It's kind of modern in a sense if you look at it because this is how a lot of the Suicide Girls look now. So I got to, and I said I really like this figure. I like this Poison Ivy. There's not a ton of them that I like, but I really like this one. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna start with the box and look at the box, and this is from the DC Designer series. I'm gonna push this one back, and we see that the box is clear. She comes with two different sets of hands. She comes with two different sets of hands here. She comes with, it looks like one of the biting plants or eating plants that she has, and a rose. Okay, we're gonna go to the side. It has Poison Ivy on the side, Bombshell, Poison Ivy, and we're going to go to the back. And if you see on the back, you have DC Bombshells Wonder Woman. You have Harlequinn, which is like $80 now because I looked for that one. You have the Poison Ivy, and you have the Batwoman. And they don't have Batgirl on here, but there is a Batgirl part of the series. We're gonna come to this side, and you see she's kind of got the pinup girl pose on the side, and that's Poison Ivy. And if you see, she's kind of like tattooed. It kind of reminds me of Carrie the Rage, but and mixed with a little bit of Betty Page. But okay, and we're gonna come back around to the front. Okay, and we see the packaging. We see that it seems like it's probably a lot of articulation with this because it's kind of made in the DC icons. It's kind of made like a DC icon. So we're going to take this out the package and we'll be right back. Okay, now we're back and we got the figure out of the box. And if you see in the back of the box in the packaging, they have the other figures in the series. They have Hawk Girl, they have the Poison Ivy figure, they have a Batgirl, and they also have the Wonder Woman. Okay, so we're going to take a look at some of the accessories. She comes with this vine type creature type thing. It has a mouth, like it's almost like a weapon, but it's not really a weapon. It's kind of thorny. It'd be cool if it's actually adjusted a little bit. Like maybe it was made out of like out of this type of stuff right here. But it's not, so, and you can adjust it and kind of wrap it around her body. But I'm pretty sure you can wrap this around her body some type of way. Okay, she has a rose, which I don't really know the purpose of this, but hey, it's a rose. I know Pamela Isley always had roses. Okay, she has the two different sets of hands that actually have articulation right up in here. They bend a little bit. You don't want to bend them too much. They're a little tough. Another set of hands here, and I'm assuming that's to hold the rose. If you look at this one, this is how it's made, so I'm assuming the rose goes in that hand. Okay, so now we're going to look at the figure itself and look at the sculpt of it. The sculpt of it is not a bad sculpt at all. It is a pretty decent sculpt, actually. And it's a pretty decent sculpt, actually. It's actually, if you look at it, you look at the details on it. You look at the details on it. You have the tattoos on the arm, up in here. You come around to the side. Look at the detailing on the undergarment. You look at the detail on the bra, and this is actually not just here. It's actually like sculpted into it. You look at the tattoo right here on the wrist and on the arm. Okay, we're gonna look at the hair. The hair is kind of soft. Okay, her head tilts down, but it doesn't really tilt up. Okay, and she also has some tattooing around her neck, which they actually got down. See, if you see it. Okay, and we're gonna look on the back. She has some tattooing like around her waist, right in the back here. Like, okay. You see, it's a little tattooing in the back here. Okay, and we're looking at her legs. She has her stockings. Now, this would have been cool if they did this a little more like this, but they didn't. So she has her garter belts like the women in the, what is it, the 50s and the 60s wore. Okay, and she has high heel shoes on, which is kind of fly. It's kind of like a vixen type of chick. Okay. So we're going to go into some of the details, some of the other details, like the articulation. Okay, the arm goes all the way around. It's on a ball joint. You have a bicep twist. You have a double joint here, as you can see. So the arm goes all the way up to there. Okay, the wrist has twist, and on top of that, it does this. Goes back and forth. Okay, as I stated, her head doesn't go all the way up, but it does go down. So I'm assuming if she's sitting like kind of like this, she's sitting like this, the head is to look down to kind of be seductive. Okay, she also has a twist up in here. It's not a lot, but it's enough. So she can twist her body. Okay, once again, this is the arm, double jointed. It flips. Okay, she's got ab crunch. She's got double jointed knees, so the legs go all the way back, which is kind of cool for this type of figure. Let's see if we can get her to stand up. Oh, there she fell over. Okay, let's see. Yep, there she goes. Get on her knees, which is kind of cool. And we're gonna have her looking at the camera. Okay, that's kind of perverted, but oh well. This is, and we're gonna look at, does she have thigh twists? Oh yes, she does, right up in there. And she has ankle twists. And okay, look at that. So this is an all around, this is a good figure. And one thing about it is she has a butt, because you know a lot of times for a while they were making the DC figures with no butt. She's on the ball joint. Okay, the legs, thighs are on the ball joint, so its legs spread. It goes forward. It doesn't go that far back because it's made in the style of how the underwear was made for those types of women back in the day. So it doesn't go that far back, but she does go all the way out. She comes all the way back in on the ball joint, and arm goes all the way around. This arm goes all the way. Part of the arm goes all the way around. So basically, this is an awesome figure. And look at the detail on the stockings. That is a lot of detail. They put a lot of work into this. So this is the Poison Ivy Designer City Bombshell series by Aunt Lucia. And they did an amazing job on this. Okay, so we're going to see if we can get this around here. And also, I found this figure, I think, on Amazon. They wanted like $50, and I was like, no way. So I found it on eBay. I think it was the guy was selling a couple of them. He was selling a couple of them, and so I bought two. As you can see, there's two here, and so I bought two, and I think they were maybe $30 a piece. And it was no shipping, so I came out ahead with this one. So this is the figure. It's a really dope figure. And one question, I wonder if somebody can answer me in the comments. I remember Poison Ivy being, I wonder when she turned all the way green. Because I know that's how they've drawn her later on. And I know that was, she turned into like a pale kind of white on the cartoon series. She wasn't like the original cartoon series. She was like a redhead. She wasn't particularly dark. She was kind of rosy cheeked with the green outfit. And then later on, she became pale, and it was a darker green. And then eventually, she became green. And I wonder when that happened. Somebody could answer that in the comments. I know I'm kind of late on that one. I don't know why I asked it, but so this is the Poison Ivy Aunt Lucille figure. High heels. We see it. So do me a favor. Like, dislike, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think of the figure. Let's talk. Let me know what you think. If this is a dope figure, you think this is a dope figure, or you think this is a mediocre figure, let me know. Let me know. So this is the Hood Collector out. Ghetto Geek, Hood Freak.